chaotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Thousands most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch.
They're flat, caving, flat. Every roof gone, every roof. As long as you see line down this roof gone. But we have life. We don't record no death row here so far, so we're good.
Which is important.
Yeah, life is good. Life is
you can replace the buildings. You can
but hey,
alright.
if this time not teach me nothing.
What is it? What's blocking?
You see, the other day, I was saying to myself that people praise material things so much. And today is the day when everybody asks me, alright, me have life. Everybody appreciate life. At this moment, no big house no mean nothing, no big car no mean nothing, no land no mean nothing. Life is everything right now. Everybody, alright, boy, me lose my house, but me have life. We have life. My house, me lose my shop, me lose everything, but me have life. And that we say, togetherness and life, nothing with vanity. Anybody want brag and boast now, what them all brag about? Homelessness. Rich and poor, we're homeless. All are we homeless.
Rich and poor,
yeah. All my life, me never know. Movie alone, me ever see them sitting here and I never see who signed up that script here? No, who put in a script we don't know about in a real life.
And welcome back to a brand new episode of Jaja's Atelier. It's your girl. I want to say hello to any new viewers and to my day ones. How y'all been doing? What you guys just saw was a beautiful woman who is currently one of the victims of Hurricane Melissa down in Jamaica, which, for those of you who don't know, I am of Jamaican descent. My mother is from Jamaica. My whole family is Jamaican on my mother's side. So the reason why the show is a little late is I've been trying to gather as much information as I could about Jamaica. My mom is Jamaican, but my dad is very much American. And, so I grew up here in the States. I've only been to Jamaica 3 or 4 times. But it's still a place, you know, it's a part of what makes me who I am. By way of my mother. I have a lot of memories, going to Jamaica, visiting my grandmother's house, you know, visiting Blue Mountain. I remember driving up Blue Mountain with my Uncle Bobsy and my Auntie Belle and my mom and my dad, and we're in this van, and the street is about the road to get up the mountain is about this motherfucking thing, okay? And you're looking down on the side and all you see is greenery and ground, bitch. And there's people coming down the mountain as you're trying to go up. It was crazy. I remember that was the first time I met a lot of my cousins, including that was the first time I ever met my cousin Shamara. I'm going to share this picture. I usually don't share pictures of myself from before, but this was me back when I was a little boy. And this was actually the first time I ever met my cousin Shamara. Her sister, my other cousin Afia, wasn't even born yet. This is how old we are, girls. So shout out to my cousin Shamara and Afia. I love y'all. You know, so many memories. I remember I had a cousin named Simeon that I met during our family reunion. This is like back in 1997. So I look at the people there. I gotta light a cigarette. I look at the people there and all the footage. And even during the storm, like Jamaicans, you know, they have a saying, we little but we tallywa. And Jamaicans are the most easygoing, go with the flow. We gonna make this work no matter what. I see people building community. I see people, my people, being inventive, resourceful. I saw one video of a man who was using the river to charge his generator so that they could wash clothes. They had like 3 washing machines going alongside the river with the generators. And it just goes to show, like this lady, this beautiful woman at the top of the show just said, we have life. You can make anything else work as long as you have life. And I am so proud to be a Jamaican. I am so proud to see my people out there rebuilding, restructuring, cleaning up. I want to say thank you to the tourists. We're going to get to the other tourists in a minute because I'm about to go in. But I want to start off on a positive note. And I saw so many of the tourists, white and black, really pitching in, in their swim trunks, in the pool, taking the debris out the pool, just not being a nuisance, appreciating what these people have given up for them to have a great stay in their country and, giving back. So many people from Sean Paul, Shaggy, Hope Giselle was doing a charity for the LGBTQ plus people that have been misplaced due to the hurricane. And Jamaica is one of those places. It is very conservative in a lot of aspects. One of the biggest is the LGBTQ plus community. Jamaica really does get a bad rap for how they treat the LGBTQ plus community in their country. But what I will say is Jamaica has gotten a lot better. It's not what it is over here in the United States, but it's not what it used to be. So I saw a lot of people online, saying, oh, well, and people from my community, the Labiquita, as they say, saying, oh, well, that's what they get for, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because Jamaica has come a long, long way from how things used to be as it pertains to the LGBTQ+. Still not what it should be, but it's come a long way. And people don't change overnight. So, we also have organizations that you can donate to that I know for sure aren't scamming people out of their money. I have donated to these 2 organizations. The first one is Etienne Marcus, who is the son of the iconic Shirley Ralph. He's making huge moves with his foundation, Walk Good LA. I have the, I'm going to put it up here after the edit. I have the Instagram page. You just hit the link. And you could donate anywhere from $25 to $1,000, or if you can only afford, because listen, we're going through our own shit here in the United States. Trust me, money is scarce right now, but whatever you can do, please donate. This is a great organization to donate to. They're doing great work for Jamaica. He's already exceeded his what do you call it? His, I'm so excited about this episode. I'm sorry. He's already exceeded his goal, by, I think, 3 times the amount, probably more by now. And another, great organization and charity you can donate to is Jamaica's own self-made billionaire, Dr. Trisha Bailey, with her foundation and company, Creating My Own. Yes, again, you can go to the Instagram page, hit the link, and it'll send you there. You can send however much you want. Just whatever you can do for the people of Jamaica, because Jamaica, again, the saying, we little but we taliwa. And for Jamaica to be such a tiny blip on the map and to have so much of a cultural impact on the entire world, from the food to the music to the clothing to the way of life to the reefer, okay? We owe Jamaica big time. So again, whatever you can do for my country and my people, I've already donated to these two charities. Oh my God, I broke a nail. Anyway, I've already donated to these two charities, and they are legit. So thank you in advance. And listen, speaking of owing Jamaica, before I get into that, I want to send a huge shout out. I went out of town this weekend to celebrate my big brother Desmond's birthday. He turned a fabulous 42 on the 1st of November. We watched old movies. We joy rode around Richmond. We had a good time. You know, this is what we like to do. We keep it low key, but we have a ball. I mean, the reefer was flowing, honey. My sister, and let me tell y'all something. Quick little fun fact about my sister Shannon and my brother Desmond. They have never seen the movie Showgirls with Elizabeth Berkley. And so we were talking about sex. And I was like, you know, I haven't had sex in a while, you know. And I was like, ooh, the next man I get, I'm going to go Elizabeth Berkley on that dick. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you know, from Showgirls. He was like, what do you mean? So I did the when she was in that pool. And Rape fell out. So I was like, listen, y'all have got to see this movie. Honey, when that strip club scene came on and that pool scene came on, bitch, when I tell you, we fell out. I just talked to my sister today and we brought it up again and we are still dying laughing. I do the best impressions. Anyway, so huge shout out to my brother Desmond. I love you so much. And yeah, that was my weekend. And also, you know, I was saying at the top of the show, I was trying to do my research on the Prime Minister of Jamaica because I'm not very familiar with him. And after what I've learned so far, I don't think I'm very fond of him. And just trying to figure out what was going on because I was hearing all these things like this storm was manufactured. So speaking of owing Jamaica, here comes the read. So, England, you mean to tell me, after all the bauxite and all the natural resources that you have stolen from Jamaica, all you got is a couple $1 million? I'm going to tell you, I am so sick of watching white countries, predominantly white countries, go into brown countries, take whatever they want, rip it to shreds, destroy everything in its path, and then when those countries need you the most, you are the quietest in the motherfucking room. I have a question. When you have pillaged every brown, diasporic, Caribbean country for its natural resources and there is nothing left, what are you going to do then? What are you going to do then? So I did my research. They do have machines that can manipulate the weather, which explains why we hardly saw any lightning. We hardly saw or heard any thunder in the videos and the footage that we saw. It's all wind and rain. We know that they have these machines. The storm was not even going in that direction. And then Jamaica 2030 pops up on my feed. They want to turn Jamaica into a smart city. How convenient that every time there is a natural disaster in a black or brown country or state, there's always a development plan planned years in advance. Jamaica is not a smart city. Jamaica is a beautiful natural landscape, a one-of-a-kind natural landscape. Jamaica does not need your digital IDs. Jamaica does not need your Androids. Jamaica does not need your Wi-Fi. Well, maybe they do need Wi-Fi, but they don't need your AI. Jamaica does not need it. What Jamaica needs is to be repaid for everything that all of you other countries have taken. China, United States, England. And those are only three. It's really upsetting. And it's like the more I hear about it, it's like, what the fuck? What makes you think you could take something that does not belong to you and have no remorse for it at all? None. And you mean to tell me all England could give was a couple $1,000,000? Are you fucking kidding me? Your beloved, dearly departed queen and her sister made Jamaica and Jamaican men their playground. Just ransacking through and taking whatever they want. And you mean to tell me? Not to mention the predatory buying and offering, to buy these people's land. A lot of these people, and I haven't seen any of them doing it yet. There's no reports of them selling their land off yet. But you're trying to take advantage of people with nothing, with a check, when you know that their property is worth way more than what you're offering. Jamaica is an island full of nutrients, ingredients, remedies for health. I mean, it's so soursop, merengue. I mean, Jamaica has everything it needs naturally. There is no amount of money. And I hope there's some people from Jamaica that are watching. Please hear me clearly. There is no amount of money them crackers can give you for your land. It's not worth the check. I will come down there and help rebuild homes my goddamn self if I could. And just so that we can have something for ourselves. It is ridiculous the way you other countries take advantage of black and brown countries. It is ridiculous. It is environmental racism at its peak. Look at what you're doing in the Congo. Oh, let me not say too much about that. Look at what you're doing in Sudan. Now you're starting with Argentina. Now the United States is starting with Venezuela. It does not belong to you. If you want something, come to the table with some ducats or fuck it. Jamaica will not allow this. I'm praying Jamaica does not allow this. I have family that own homes in Jamaica. My cousin Hyacinth, shout out to her. You know, she had some partial damage to a home that she's doing. You know, thank God, none of our family got hurt. I do have some distant cousins that probably still live in Jamaica. Thank God we haven't heard anything about them getting hurt. Everybody's still alive and breathing. But it's just like, golly, y'all stop at nothing to take and take and take and take and take. And I'm gonna light another cigarette because I'm really getting ready to go in with you black tourists. You black American porch monkey ass tourists. How dare you? And I saw so many videos of American black people just absolutely being completely obnoxious and elitist. It was so disgusting to me to watch you treat people that look like you, who are right now, as their homes are being washed away, serving you. And you're complaining about a brown bag breakfast? People in that country are having a hard time finding drinking water right now. And you're complaining because your croissant wasn't warm enough, bitch? Are you fucking kidding me? Having an all-out brawl over fucking food? I said this, I believe, an episode or two ago. I said, we need to change the conversation around money as it pertains to black people in this country, because it is no way in the fuck you feel that entitled as a nigger to go to another country of black people and treat them that poorly. Don't ever go back. Let that be your last trip to Jamaica. Like the girl said in the video I saw, once the plane leave the yard, not turn back to Jamaica. Please don't go back. Disgusting. Absolutely disgraceful and deplorable. You ought to be ashamed, for real. Y'all ought to be ashamed of your goddamn self. I'm praying for Jamaica. I know the people of Jamaica are going to be just fine because their attitude is in the right place. Once you have the right attitude, you can conquer anything. I've already seen them. They completely cleaned I believe it's called Black River. It was completely demolished. A beautiful town square by the river, completely demolished. They've already cleaned it up. To my fellow Jamaicans, do not sell your land. Do not do it. And to the Prime Minister, I can't remember his name, but I hope you do right by your people. And you don't sell out to the likes of people like Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu. Because you know it's not right. And because I don't have all the information I want to have, I was supposed to talk to my cousin Nadia, but I missed her call because I was out of town. Because I don't have all the information that I feel like I need to read you down, like my spirit is telling me to, I'm going to leave it at that. Do right by your people. And stop tap dancing for the oppressor. I'm going to leave it at that. If you are tap dancing for the oppressor, cut it the fuck out. Anyway. So, Yesterday was the election. I'm going to touch on this real quick because this wasn't in my notes. This just happened yesterday. I was supposed to do the show yesterday, but honey, I had to go and vote, bitch. Went to the wrong location. I went to the courthouse. I live here in Virginia, so we had, it was Abigail Spanberger against I Am Speaking. Well, you can shut the fuck up now, bitch, because contrary to your delusional beliefs, Miss Spanberger is the new HBIC in charge. It was Abigail Spanberger. She's a centrist Democrat against this nigga over here, who is a diehard Republican, and the Republicans are not claiming her at all. Abigail won by a landslide, but perhaps the most anticipated was the husband in my head, honey, because I feel like Zohran Mamdani is so fine. Zohran Mamdani makes history becoming the first Muslim Socialist Democratic mayor of New York. Listen, I loved the way he campaigned. The night before, he went out at 1 o'clock in the morning and did a whole bar crawl. He represents for the blacks, for the Jews, whether some of them believe it or not. He's repping for the Muslims. He is repping for the trans. He is repping for the gays. And last night he took it home, beating Andrew cock-ass Cuomo. You know, a complete blue wave. Shout out to California, who passed the Prop 8. Is it Prop 8 or Prop 50? So that Trump and the Republicans cannot steal the midterm elections. I think people are starting to wake up, especially with this food stamp stuff going on. The Supreme Court, because of the government shutdown, they were saying, we're not going to be able to give out food stamps. Come to find out, there's a whole reservoir of money just for situations like this so people could get their SNAP benefits. And the Supreme Court said, release them. Trump said, I'm not doing it. Y'all need to get him the fuck up out of there. It's just getting too real. It's getting too real. It is getting too real. I got to light my blunt. It is getting too real out here in the United States with that goddamn dingleberry Donald Trump and that goddamn JD Vanity. Speaking of JD Vanity, I hadn't been on social media all weekend because, when I go out and I'm with my family, I'm with my family. But now, let me light my blunt. Let me tell y'all something. I've been seeing report after report that Erica Kirk, the Viper, is falling in love with JD Vance. And I saw the pictures of her and him, and they were embracing, and how Usha's sitting over there all alone and turning gray and depressed because, he's been throwing shade at her all, for the last couple weeks now. So they're basically saying that JD Vance is going to divorce Usha because, she's Indian. And he's going to marry Erica Kirk. Honey, that man is a queen. That man don't want Erica Kirk. Honey, when she slid her hand up the back of his neck, honey, she was helping her girlfriend out, girl. She was checking for split ends. It ain't no love there. Girl, please. Girl, please. That man is a homosexual. I know a white butch queen when I see one, honey. That LA Colors eyeliner is hitting, honey, every time. That makeup is never out of place, honey. Girl, please, JD Vanity is gonna marry Erica Kirk. Girl. Anyway. So, I have to put this on the docket for today as well. I am completely shocked at this news that we got today. Before I get into the CFDA awards, congratulations to all the winners from yesterday's election. I'm extremely happy because it looks like we might have a chance of saving what's left of this country. But I was shocked before I get into the CFDA awards. After almost 15 years, Olivier Rousteing is stepping away from Balmain. You all know I am a huge fan of his work. I feel like he has ushered in a new wave. I feel like if it wasn't for Olivier Rousteing, and there are two other black men that headed major European fashion houses before him, one at Givenchy and one at Bottega Veneta, who never gets any credit, and I can't think of their names right now. Hold on, let me ask Google. Hey, Google, who was the first black man to design at Givenchy?
According to Oswald Boateng, born in London to Ghanaian parents.
Oswald Boateng. And, hey, Google, who was the first black man to design at Bottega Veneta?
According to en.wikipedia.org, from 1995 to 2001, the head designer of Bottega Veneta was
Edward Buchanan. Those were two that came before Olivier Rousteing, but you didn't hear a whole lot about them. When Olivier hit the scene at Balmain, and he was so young at the time, that's all you could hear about. I remember the ad campaign with Naomi Campbell, Rihanna, Iman, I believe Beverly Johnson. It was all the black girls. He has relationships with the Kardashians. What's that girl's name? Cameron Dove, Naomi Campbell, Iman again, Priyanka Chopra, Tyler. I mean, it's so many. He has so many big name. I can't name not one celebrity that at one point in time was not wearing Balmain or still is. What do I think about this once the shock subsides? The shock hasn't really subsided yet. I haven't really digested it yet. And I haven't really looked into it yet. It just happened today. Today is Wednesday. There's a shift happening in fashion. And yeah, we do have Grace Wales Bronner and the other young lady that is heading, it's on the tip of my tongue. She is heading, not Loewe. I can't even think of it right now. I'm so high. The other young lady that I talked about a couple weeks ago who has her own brand, Diatima, and is also doing, golly, it's on the tip of my tongue. Proenza Schooler. I can't remember her name, but she's also we have those two women. And we also have Grace Wells Bronner at Hermes, which is a huge step forward because all we've seen is black men. We've never seen a black woman at the helm. We've also seen Virgil Abloh at the helm of Louis Vuitton. And now we have Pharrell. So there has been a group of black men who have broken that glass ceiling. But out of all of them, I think the one that's the most impactful and the most memorable has to be Olivier Rousteing. I can't even think of a collection that's not designed for Balmain by anybody else but Olivier. I was talking to one of my fashion friends on Instagram about it today, and I was like, they were like, well, girl, you always, they were telling me that, girl, you always got a next up. And I'm like, girl, I don't have no next up for this one. I did not see this coming. But I'm sure it will be somebody white. I'm going there. I think that might have something to do with it. I always say this too. He could have just been ready to leave. He's been there for 15 years. He could have been like, look, y'all, I love y'all, but I want to do something else. Or I want to take a break. I want to live a little. Or it could be they were like, look, we trying to stay mainstream. You a little too. I did see people talking about the last collection in Paris Fashion Week, and it wasn't one of my favorites, but it definitely was beautiful. But a lot of people, a lot of people have been giving Balmain mixed reviews for a long time now, and some of the people giving the mixed reviews never used to give those kind of mixed reviews about Balmain before. And things do get stale. Partnerships do get stale. So I mean, it could be some of that too. Anyway. Olivier, well done. I love your work. I'm a huge fan of yours. I cannot wait to see what's coming next, whether it be professional or you just living your life. I wish you all the best. Balmain, please, don't pull out no recycled white man from no other high-level fashion house. Please don't. Please! Okay. So, yesterday was the CFDA Awards. Monday was the CFDA Awards, honey. And the host was Teyana Taylor. She wore a slew of looks by Tom Brown, who won Designer of the Year. No, I believe he won Men's Designer of the Year, I believe. One of the two. I really don't care about the fashion awards and stuff. Girl. Oh, wait a minute. That's how you do that real quick. I really don't give a damn about the awards like that. You like what you like. Not everything can be about awards. It's nice if you can get one, but anyway. So Teyana Taylor was the host. She wore a plethora of looks by Tom Brown again. But I'm going to go over my favorite looks with you guys. So first up, now let me tell you something. I have not always been the nicest to this young lady, Miss Sweetie. But I saw her during Paris Fashion Week, and I'm noticing a shift in her style. And it's not so bubblegum, hoochie con in your face. It's more like a grown-up Sweetie, but it's still like Sweetie, but it's just a little more demure. And, I saw this. I didn't even know who it was. I just saw the dress and I was like, whoa. Look at Sweetie in this, indie designer, Bad Beach Toying. I absolutely love this. The hair, the makeup. I love that she's still doing the long nails. She's not trying to do a drastic change. It's still Sweetie, but it's just like, I'm a grown-ass bitch now. I'm a grown-ass, boss-ass bitch now. It ain't no 8-figure. That's my type. I want some new shit now. You see these moans this morning. Look at the shoulder, girl, through this sheer. Do you guys recognize this top? So listen, sidebar. I have been looking for this top for weeks. And I couldn't find it. This is what I wore 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, for my first ever YouTube video. I think I wore it with like a leather sports jacket. But yes, this is what I wore on the first episode of Zsa Zsa's Atelier. Anyway, back to Sweetie. Yes, I love this look. I love what she's given right now as far as style. I think it's something that the younger girls could really look up to and kind of emulate. And it's not so overtly sexual. She still does the sexy stuff. But from what I've been seeing from her, it's way more grown. So huge shout out to Sweetie. Next, we have Honey. Ciara gave it. Ciara gave it, girl. The Bob. The fur, the suit, honey. Ciara gave it hands down. And she is wearing Sergio Hudson. Absolutely gorgeous. Then we have designer Brandon Blackwood, and I don't know what show this girl is from. I don't know what's going on. She's from the reality show Love Island, I think it is. Honey, I've been seeing this girl everywhere. She was even walking Sergio Hudson's runway show. Her name is Alondria, but they call her the Bama Barbie. How she got a ticket to the CFDA Awards, I don't know. But honey, if you can get in the room, kick that motherfucking door down, bitch. And that's what she's doing in this look. Honey, she is giving Tony Childs, honey. It is giving my girlfriends, which we're going to talk about them in a minute. But yes, honey, and Brandon Blackwood outshined her in this look. I love the androgynous top, the head wrap, the bag, the brown suede pony hair. Yes, honey, with the matching hair, with the matching bob, honey. Yes. Who do we have next? Okay, then we have Paloma Alcesser. I loved this. You know, Paloma lost about 20 pounds the natural way, I believe. And it's still giving body, yaddy, yaddy, but it's just toned up. Honey. The hair, the makeup, the skin. And she is wearing Sim Kai, I believe. Let me check my notes. She is wearing Sim Kai, I believe. Yes. Okay, and then we have Tiana Taylor. I love this on you. Now, she has been killing it. She has been killing it for this All's Fair media tour. And people were giving her such a hard time when she wore that Tom Ford look with the exposed thong. And Tiana Taylor's style is so limitless. She could give you tomboy. She could give you sex on a motherfucking stick. She can give you honey. She could give you anything. I loved this look. Out of all of her looks, this one was my favorite. The structure of this jacket, the skirt, the hat, the really, really tight braids to the back with the ponytail. I mean, this is grown up Tiana. I'm here to do business, honey. All right. But my favorite look has to go to Rihanna. I see A$AP Rocky was there for the awards. He looked great for the Fashion Icon Award. But Rihanna gave it in this, what she calls postpartum glamour. She's wearing fresh off the runway Alaya. I love this. Because I didn't think I would see a bitch in this outfit on a runway. And then here comes, on a red carpet, and here comes Rihanna. Giving it. The black girls took it from me, for the CFDA Awards. Is it just me, or does the CFDA Awards seems kind of thin when it comes to the celebrities? It was like slow, right? It was the same last year. We haven't really seen a megawatt CFDA Award since maybe like 2023, 2022, when Anya Taylor-Joy wore that purple suit with that box hat. Honey. Anyway, also we have the Ebony Power 100 Gala. Oh, honey. Marcia Martin gave it all in this look. She's so gorgeous. And she is wearing Sebastian Gunawano official. Then we have the incredible, incomparable, iconic Iman, honey. And Iman is wearing custom Laquan Smith. Hey, Laquan. I think Laquan Smith is so sexy. I know he's got a husband and he is gay. He's not attracted to trans women. But, honey, if you ever want to taste, okay? Iman looks at Iman's been killing it too. Do you remember we talked about her on the last episode? She was at the ballet for Shorty Girl's retirement performance. I can't think of her name right now. Sorry. I'm not good with names. I'll get better. Honey, she has not aged not one bit. Golly, black don't crack. And my favorite looks of the night for the Ebony Power 100 Gala, we got a little reunion with our girlfriends. Tracy Ellis Ross wearing Mugler. Persia White looks absolutely stunning. Golden Brooks, always the temptress. And, you know, I have to say, if this ever gets out to Jill Marie Jones. Jill Marie Jones is the girl that I looked at and it was like, yeah, that's what it's gonna be when I finally get the courage to transition. Jill Marie Jones will forever be the baddest bitch to ever come across the TV screen. Those lips, honey. Ugh. Anyway, moving on to the next story. I'm gonna cry a little bit. What else do we have? So, I'm running out of time, guys. So, do we want to talk about... We're going to have to save one thing for the next episode. What do I want to do? All right, we could break it up into two. I got enough time. So, listen. I came across several articles last week. And this one is from Billboard Hip Hop. And everybody is shocked because after a 30-year Billboard charting streak, there were no hip hop records on the Billboard Top 200. None. Not until later last week with Meg Thee Stallion's new song that I like a lot. Pop your pussy for your man, bitch. Kissing you is... And it left a lot of people wondering, like, is rap fading away? Listen, y'all ain't never seen Brown Sugar with Sanaa Lathan and Tay Diggs? If you want to know what's going on with hip hop, watch Brown Sugar. Because that was a story, that movie was a story within a story within a story within a story. That's one of the best films of the early 2000s. And one of the best all black films. One of the all best black films of all time is Brown Sugar. For those of you that know, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Of course hip hop is dying out. Everybody rapping about the same shit. I've been saying this. Why are we surprised? And now that some of these rappers are doing all this talking, and we got social media, we can see their personalities. You notice how don't nobody really talk about Lil Wayne like that. I said it. It's like, ugh. And then the ones that are rapping about something, that are rapping about what's really going on in the world, that's giving us that rap that we grew up on, they're not getting no time of day. A former member of the Wu-Tang Clan, Ghostface Killah, has a son, an estranged son, who is queer, who is killing it right now. They're not playing him on Hot 97. They're not playing them on Power 105.1 either. Why? It's great music, and it's about something other than pop your pussy for your man, bitch. I got money, bitch. My dick long, and so is my money. What did you think was going to happen? Rap has no mainstream rap has no substance. And when the substance starts to lack, the culture starts to lack. The people start to lack. Even the raunchiest of rap songs that I could think of back in the day, hell, even NWA, Bone Thugs and Harmony had a story. NWA had a story. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't talk so much. Like, some of you rappers is killing it. And not in a good way. Anyway, I done ran out of time, y'all. I did want to touch on this other Rihanna story that I had, but I'll be back Saturday, so I'll give you that on Saturday. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. It's been a great episode. I will see you Saturday. Ciao. With my broken nail.